Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be taking on the Despair Gathering from Afar Chaos Challenge quest as part of the Act 2 final chapter that's just came out. And for this one I'm going to be bringing along a team of Ardyn, Rinoa and Alphinaud with an Ardyn summon. So there's two parts to this raid event. There's actually two Chaos quests to go along with them. The first one is Despair Gathering from Afar, which is the one that we have access to at the beginning. And the second one, I think, is the Despair Gathering Near, which you have to complete 30 quests against these guys for you to actually get access to. So there's this one with Shinryu and Exdeath, and then there's another one with Shinryu and Sephiroth. And the Sephiroth one I'm going to be doing a fair bit later because I'm not going to be slaving away grinding all this tonight. I mean, probably. But at the very least this one is open, so I'm going to be taking this one on. So it's Shinryu, as if we haven't already seen a million different versions of this thing before. But it does share a few things in common with some of the previous iterations. In fact, one of the things I have to point out that I like is that it doesn't have any elemental absorptions, which is slightly less useful when you consider the fact that neither do any of the boosted characters, or at least not the ones I'm using. So that's kind of not really here, that's neither here nor there, really. But you can notice that there are no actual Brave plus HP attacks in this entire thing's repertoire. So you know that if you're getting targeted with an all attack, then it's probably going to be a HP attack, and you're probably going to be fine, as long as you can keep them shaved down. Exdeath, on the other hand, is similar in the fact that he either only does bravery or HP attacks, so you don't have to worry about getting broken and then nuked. In fact, with Exdeath it's very much the opposite, because he has an attack called Grand Cross that he likes to use, which is sort of similar to the Grand Cross that your own Exdeath will have, but it's also a little bit different, because it will actually steal your bravery in order to deal damage. So if you see Exdeath with a big, fat grey all above his head, then you need to make sure you don't have any bravery if you don't want to get BTFO'd. So, Ardyn's artifacts, here are the ones I have on him. I have not worked on him at all since the last time, funnily enough. I've been lazy. I haven't had the time. We won't need them. We've got synergy stats. They'll carry us for the next couple of weeks or so. I do, however, have Rinoa's LD, which I have taken the liberty of switching to on her character model, which I seemingly can't rotate by clicking on it here. So I definitely have her LD passive, that's all very nice, everything's equipped. I've got triple 108 330s on her because she is amazing and she deserves them. I also caught up with all the summon boards, character boards, etc. I've got the works equipped on her. I don't have any crystal 50s. I ain't going to be using... I might farm for some, to be honest, but this is what I got when I went for her before, and I don't think I'll be using her for long enough to justify going for anything better. I'm just going to be making do with what I've got. And then my Alphinaud over here is chilling out with 0 character boards but perfect artifacts, and that's good enough for me. Again, Alphinaud has been putting in a lot of work in these challenge quests, but he's not someone that I'm probably going to be using a terrible amount of, so I'm just going to stick with what I've got here. So I'm bringing along Ardyn as a summon because we've got Ardyn and Rinoa who both like to cut themselves as they attack, and we're probably going to be taking damage with Alphinaud too, so we might as well get the attack buff all up in there. I could bring brothers, but let's be honest, if Ardyn and Rinoa are going to be spending most of the quest underneath 80% health, then what even is the point? So let's just bring Ardyn for the attack and the defense drop, and let's get going. So I'm not too sure about the volume on this one, the in-game volume. It was a little bit loud when I tried recording it last time, so I figured I'd tone things down a bit this time. So obviously I'm going to start straight off with an EX on Alphinaud over here, and we're going to rotate straight into the HP Plus to get those lovely poisons up on everyone. Honestly, I think the poisons on Alphinaud are kind of a little bit underrated. They're kind of just like ticking away in the background. They're not really something that you notice very much, but they're definitely very, very useful. Especially when it gets later in the fight, because when as these things start losing health and they go into their invisible buffs, their turn rates get all fucky and they like to get like double turns on you and all sorts of unpleasant nonsense. So it's definitely a blessing to have that poison doing its magic in the background, preventing you from getting absolutely obliterated. So we're just going to get up the LD buff with Ardyn over here. I'm going to be focusing more on Exdeath because in my opinion he is the bigger threat of the two enemies. Like, again, one of the greatest things about it is that this is literally, yeah, God, I was going to say, it's a one-way fight, so that's really nice, but we're getting targeted by Exdeath over here, so I'm not about to lose my carbuncle straight after popping it, so I'm just going to be doing that. And Rinoa is absolutely going to be letting loose with an EX. And of course, make sure that you go into the EX from the Angelo stance, because we definitely want the frame buff that gives her the bravery and the HP regen. Don't be a silly sausage and use it from the Angel Wing stance unless you already have the buff active. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to judge you for it, but I mean, I kind of am at the same time, so just don't do it, okay? Anyway, let's go. I do have to point out, I really like the fact we're already up to 70k max bravery now on both Ardyn and Rinoa. Granted, it is synergy stats, but I like that we have such high stats and we only have Odin. Like, it's probably going to be chilling in like the 75+k region if we had brothers. Okay, so finally I am not being targeted, not being focused with Alphinaud. And I'm dropping all 9s with that HP attack. That's not something I see very often. Okay, so yeah, I'm being focused down, but I mean, I'm just gonna blow a HP attack anyway because we've got based Alphinaud poisons in the background, which are gonna help prevent us from getting blown up. So if that's a HP attack, then, you know, I'd be safe, and if it's not, I really couldn't care less. So here's what I mean about the fucky turn rates, right? So I'm going to HP attack here, just to get a broken, so I can rotate into the EX and then break them both again. It's going to be very nice. But it's entirely possible that we'll start seeing weird and wonderful things happen with the turn rate, in which case we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Excellent. Okay, so invisible stats threshold number 1 has been reached. Let's definitely do energy drain here. And away goes the carbuncle. Okay, so we see here there's an all attack. That definitely means don't use a brave attack if you don't want to get destroyed. I am actually just going to do a HP plus with Rinoa over here, so that we can leave B. If I break B, that's going to screw up the turn rate, right? So I want to leave B unbroken, so that Ardyn can get in his warp strike magic. We can just rely on, yeah, there we go. The fact that we don't have too much bravery here, there. Excellent. And again. I'm going all in with the skills because we've only got one wave to worry about. And especially with skill 2. Right, so when these things hit 50% health, the brave damage reduction goes into fucking overdrive. And I am talking, they're made of adamantium, unobtainium, you're just going to be hitting for absolute peanuts. So even though it looks like the health bars are draining really fast right now, I can guarantee you they won't be in about 20 turns time. So definitely take advantage and capitalize while you can until the inevitable happens. Still doing alright on the numbers front right now. So it's all good. Let's refresh those poisons. Double 90k? That's what I like to see. Yep. Not messing with the break order. I'll let A do whatever it wants with Rinoa. Okay. So here I should be able to rotate into Angela Cannon. So one thing I actually like about Rinoa's rework is that Angela Cannon actually gives her like It actually turns skill 1 into an attack that heals everyone, so that's very nice. And here we can, here they're getting back-to-back all attacks. So again, emergency procedures. Dump all of your bravery. Do not get destroyed by Exdeath. Because if you didn't, then if that attack didn't kill you, then this one almost certainly would. And in fact, I think we lucked out there because everyone got int brave regen, but he decided to go for black hole instead. So I'm, you know, what is it? Never stop your enemy when he's making a mistake, that kind of thing. So, all right, so let's take a look at our frame buffs over here. Seething Power. We have 5 turns of it left, so that means I can actually go straight from an Angel Wing into an EX, and there's going to be no problem at all. So how many brave hits does this have? It's 9, so it's an odd number. So we're going to go A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A. So A, B, A, B, A, B, A. So we can, yeah, we target A and we will hit A first. Drop the damage. Excellent. If my eyes don't deceive me, I believe that is the most obvious EX I've ever seen. Okay. Well, how's our Shadow Step doing? 5 turns? 5 turns. Dark Tornado it is. So you can already see we're doing 6,000s on Exdeath over there. It's already begun. I really want to hit some Moonstone here because I really want some battery for this. But I'll just you know what? I'll do this instead. Okay, so I really don't like where this is going, because if I take a turn here, then he's gonna attack Alphinaud, and he's definitely, possibly, probably gonna break him, and that's not something I want to happen. So let's do one of these, and one of these. Oh, you see, it's begun. The bullshit has begun. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely try to continue targeting A, so we don't trigger the launch. I don't want to trigger the launch, man. I don't want to. But you know what? If I do this right, if I skill 2 here, it's gonna knock it to BA. And we've got Alphinaud's turn, right? But we've got a summon coming up. So really, I should honestly just be able to do this. And as tempting as it is to hit the Crystal 65, the additional ability, I think I'm just going to go straight in and just take this launch. You know, you see a golden opportunity, you got to go for it, right? Oh wow, we got 99k on both of them. That's excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna HP attack with her. I know. If I bravery attack, I'd get like 40k bravery in midair, but I think she does heavy enough damage without having to take advantage of that. As we can see. Look at the damage difference, dude. It's like 4,000 on the Exdeath over there and 9k on the Shinryu. Okay, yeah, it's got its It's got its next invisible buffs up, so again we'll be seeing stupid levels of damage on both of them. And by stupid I mean non-existent. So this is where we could really do with like an Enchant in Peril character, or like a Saz or something like that. But you know, this is a challenge quest, they're not just going to let us bring in anyone. This is where Desh would be really good as well, actually. Like, don't sleep on Desh's ability to increase elemental weakness damage. I think I'm going to be using him a lot more when Lufenia comes along, if I'm being honest. Okay, what buff's about to run out? Well, it's not our LD buff, but I mean, I'm gonna use it anyway. Wow, that nearly didn't cap. Imagine not capping with LD. Okay, so definitely hard focusing on Exdeath for a reason. That guy terrifies me. He's definitely the bigger threat because I actually played this once before. I'm actually doing a re-recording of this because I really wasn't satisfied with how the first one turned out. But I got right to the end, and then I let my guard down, and then I just got completely destroyed by Exdeath because I misunderstood how his Grand Cross actually works. So I had everyone fully batteried up, thinking I was going to be safe, and I basically just signed my own death warrant. So definitely not doing that again. Ah, really? I hate doing it like this, but that's the way it's going to have to be. Let's give the auras to everyone. Yeah, that's the thing. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of about Rinoa. Like her rework is that you have to, when you go into her support stance, you have to sacrifice her auras. I mean, when you go into her attack stance, rather. Like, you get her original auras, which is like 20%, but you go into the support stance and you get like 60%. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's awesome that she can be more useful now when she's in support stance, but at the same time, the fact that she has to, like, kneecap her newfound auras so hard to be able to do damage. I get why they did it, you know, it's kind of like a balancing thing, but as with most characters that have let's say unique kits, or like that have gimmicks and stuff like that. When those gimmicks are too inconvenient, it's just not a good look, you know. It's not fun. I mean, Rinoa is definitely fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's unfortunate that her kit kind of works against itself in that respect. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be hitting that energy drain right here. I'm not about to die right here. Based Alphinaud poison. Excellent. Feather Duster tickles. But he does like to pop this Sylvan whatever the shit when he gets pretty low on health. Sylvan Bounty. So it's basically just Brave Regen and whatever the other buff is. Attack up, yeah, we don't care about that too much. At least Rinoa still hits like a freight train even when the enemies get low on health. That's more than I can say for, well, some characters. Not naming any names. Alphinaud. Go. Oh, we've got Shadow Steppers. Actually, no, it's not Shadow Steppers run out, it's Overkill. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Let's use one of these. I ain't used it yet, I might as well. You know something I never really understood about Alphinaud's EX is that he says Karbankuru Obushidan, right? How does Obushidan translate to obsidian? Shouldn't it be like Obushidia? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Karbankuru Obushidian. It should be something more like that in my opinion. But whatever, what do I know? I'm not Japanese. Oh fuck. No, not again. Not again with the turn race. Alright, what do? Alright. No! Okay. Oh wow, we're still hitting 9Ks on the first set of hits. I'll definitely bravery attacking me there, because that will definitely make me be not broken. That's how it works. I hope. Fuck this shit, I don't trust it. I'm going defensive mode. I'm not about to die here. I refuse. And then he misses anyway. Are you serious? Well, you know, I'm fine with that. Oh, thank God for that. If that was going to be an Alma guest, like, my life would have been over. Definitely need to heal up here. What? We didn't even break him, are you serious? Just as planned. Excellent. Alright, so I should be able to do this. And then this. Yes. Let's do this. Okay, so he's not dead, so that's actually completely fine. Definitely use skill 2 here because Shadow Step fell off. Do not fall into the trap of using skill 1 if you don't have Shadow Step. You ain't gonna get the free turn, and you're not gonna be very happy when you get destroyed. Yeah, go on then. What, strike is fine. Completely fine. Oh no! 30,000 brave! Big purple numbers, whatever will I do? If I do this, there's definitely going to be more battery for everyone, right? Yeah, there we go. That's how it works. Let's get those poisons back on there just in case we need them. But I'm hoping that this Rinoa EX is going to be spicy enough by itself. In fact, you know what? For good measure, let's pop this. No, you can't survive. That's illegal. What? Okay, I see what we're doing here. Oh, I couldn't care less. It's Ardyn. He'll survive. Alright, well, that should be GG. There we go. So that's going to be part 1 of the raid event. That's going to be the Exdeath version. Got the Sephiroth one to unlock yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, that is going to be my video for this event. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Until then, take care and goodbye.